Hi everyone, this is your favorite couple, Namdi and the beautiful Ashley. Here we are today. Today is the 21st of October 2020. Yesterday, even as we make this video today, it's important for us to mark a huge turn of events in Nigeria. Yesterday, 10/20/20, October 20th, 2020, otherwise known as Black Tuesday, marks the day that the Nigerian government, through the Nigerian military, opened fire on peaceful, unarmed protesters. The first time that's ever happened. It's an unfortunate turn of events because innocent people lost their lives. And as we share this with you, we're mourning the these heroes who have lent their lives to see to the progress of that country. All we want is a better country. All we want is for a better future, right?
Right.
All we want is for the government of Nigeria to listen to its people. You know, it's not lost on me that that country, one of the most powerful countries, a country of over 200 million people, that's the largest black country in the world.
Wow.
And also the resource richest country in West Africa. And yet its citizens are one of the poorest. We have one of the most educated people on the continent, and yet most of them don't have jobs, don't have anywhere to look forward to for their income. The foreign exchange for the naira is ridiculous at this point. We have a over 20% inflation rate on the Nigerian currency. I just don't know how people survive in that country. It blows my mind that year after year we are 2020, and I left that country decades ago and nothing has changed. And this is what people are marching for. They're asking for a chance to show their full potential. You know, you have very bright minds that have left that continent, that have left that country, Nigeria, and spread out throughout the world, lending their expertise. We're lending our intelligence to throughout the world, but we are not even allowed to go back to our own country to contribute. That country, Nigeria, could be one of the beacons of the world, but the leaders, we have bonehead leaders that have refused to leave. That has to change. I don't know how. Something about boomers, I just can't put my hand around it, and it's a global phenomenon. Even here in the United States, they refuse to leave. Leadership is not a birthright. Leadership is not something that you like, that you just, you know, because you were elected leader, that means that it becomes a lifetime appointment, a license to print money on the heads of poor people, your own people. Things have to change. Where, you know, I think that Buhari government needs to leave. Innocent blood has been shed on the street. It's time to leave. Just pack up and go. The people who elected you don't want you anymore. It's time to go. It hurts my heart because I have family there. I have people who are working so hard, contributing to the country, and they have no hope. It's a hopeless place. And you know, the sad thing is that the pandemic has exacerbated everything. You know, these things used to be, these things used to be able to, the government was able to do certain things and get away with it, but now they just can't because the problems are very glaring. It used to be that you could at least afford to feed yourself. Now, it's so expensive to even purchase food because a lot of food is imported into the country. So when the pandemic hit, the COVID pandemic hit, the country had to shut down its borders So all that food that used to be imported has quadrupled in price. From what I heard, a bag of rice is now 50,000 naira. How do people
What's the
who
equivalent in USD?
50,000 naira should be somewhere? I don't have it off my head, but it's a dollar to 380 naira at this point. So you're looking at it's really expensive for the average Nigerian to afford, and most of them don't have jobs.
Right.
You don't have a guaranteed source of income. Even the ones who are working for the government or working for big corporations, they don't. Some of them are not unpaid. They go to work unpaid. So something has to change,
Yeah.
and this is the opportunity for that to happen. I wish that the government was smart enough to seize this opportunity, because this kind of opportunities don't come around very often. When you have the entire country come together crying out for change. Should have been when the government would have seized that opportunity. The president should have come out on the stage and speak to the people. But they have refused to do that. What do? They resort to the old ways, the old tactics of using police to enforce, to enforce order. It's never worked. You cannot use force to get people to do things for you when they voted you in power. So when they tell you, when the Nigerian citizen is speaking to you as an elected official, it's your job to listen. You're there to serve. You
That's
don't.
the only reason why you're
That's
there.
the only reason why you were elected. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not your father's business. You don't own the
Right.
freaking country.
You're not a king.
It's not. It's not a monarchy.
Yeah.
So-
Has the president so far said anything at all?
So far, all they've done is use the media to call the people on the ground hoodlums and thugs, and there's rumors circulating that there's state-funded rebels and state-funded anarchists on the street. Some of these things, while I'm not on the ground, so I can't confirm, but we're looking at it. The whole world is watching on social media. 10 years ago, we wouldn't even know these
No, we
things
don't.
because YouTube hadn't matured at the time, so certain things would get brushed off under the rug. But now it's all out there. We're watching you. The whole world is watching. This is an opportunity to set a turning point for the future. These are the times that I'm really grateful for technology. I think that's the reason why we have,
The internet.
that's why we have YouTube, we have social media, we have, and recently cryptocurrency. Because you know why? God knows that the innocent are crying out. The innocent have died. Innocent people have suffered for that country. And these things, when you have the internet creating transparency and a borderless currency becoming mature, there's a reason for that. Because things have to change. And I'm not talking about just Nigeria. I'm talking about globally. Because like I spoke the last time, these problems exist here as well.
Yeah.
You have a Congress, the United States Congress, is full of older folks that refuse to retire. The presidential campaign is between two geriatric patients that need to be retired. It's laughable. Change is influenced, or you need the energy of the youth to bring about change. The fresh minds, the innovative minds, not our 70-year-old grandparents that need to be in nursing homes or should be in their homes retired. They shouldn't be the ones trying to run the country. You shouldn't be the ones trying to usher a new future for 20-year-olds. It's absurd. Retire already. Just go. Leave the country for the young minds so they can usher in new ideas. Infrastructure can create new jobs. There's a need. I mean, like, you go to we're exposed here. Some of the things that we take for granted, they don't have it. It's like simple things like steady electricity. How can in 2020 there's no steady electricity throughout the country? How can in 2020 there's no you don't have internet access. I can keep going. I can rant for this, but I can rant on for so long, but um, it hurts me because we have really hardworking people in Nigeria that need a chance, and they're crying for a chance, and that day will come. We're all going to be alive to see that day when Nigeria gets a chance to be the beacon of hope, the beacon of light that it should be. That day will come. All right. On a brighter note, what's the agenda for today?
Well, on a more positive note, tell us about what's happening to Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin has finally broke that $12,000 resistance point.
Breaking ceilings.
We broke that 12,000 ceiling. A lot of us who are Bitcoin bulls have been waiting for the day. I got into Bitcoin early 2018, right when that
Desert.
So at December 2017, that was when the Bitcoin price surged to its highest point, which was at $20,000, and that's when the news started to circulate, and I caught wind of it. In my mind at the time, I thought I had caught a train that was still going up, but I didn't know that it had peaked, that it was on its way down. And it was such a new thing for a lot of people that we didn't have any data to tell where it was going. So I didn't go into it with a lot of money, but I started reading up on it. I bought some, and
drove me crazy.
and it just went down from there. It lost price, and it just kept going down. But I believed in it, and here's why I believed in it: because of its potential to liberate the undeveloped world. Its potential to give people a chance. Like in Nigeria, for instance, the Nigerian economy is largely powered by import from places like China. And to be able to import food, import equipments, import things that people need in the country, it's hard for them to get foreign exchange. The naira, which is the Nigerian currency, is a terrible store of value. So, and in order to purchase things from China, you need the foreign exchange, and the foreign exchange is not in our favor, in the naira's favor. So, enter Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is borderless, it's trustless, it's easy to just transfer. So you're starting to find a lot of business people in the country, within the continent, are starting to find it a lot easier to purchase goods and conduct business with China and bypass all that middleman, the banks, and all the foreign exchange people that introduce so much friction. They've been able to bypass it, but the regulations are still very murky. So a lot of these transactions are going on the ground. They don't want, most people keep it on the hush hush and don't talk a lot about it. But these are the early stages of something really good if the government stays, just stays clear and not try to, get in between and mess up the whole thing.
Right.
So it's going to be easier for people within the country, people anywhere, to be able to conduct business without requiring requiring the banks taking half of the money, just in fees. I know the remittance is probably one of the huge revenue generators for these banks.
Oh yeah.
So just the idea that there's a way. I know I've been sending money to Nigeria for over almost 2 decades now, and every time I try to send money to Nigeria, it gets harder and harder because it gets more expensive for some reason due to corrupt due to corrupt individuals and some people who have uh, committed crime or cyber crime, they somehow, it feels like all Nigerians have been labeled
Like
or
blacklisted.
blacklisted. So every time I
Yeah.
try to send money, I'm either overcharged for it or I'm made to jump through this many hoops just
Or
to
they just
send.
don't allow you to.
Or they don't
They
even
just-
allow me. They're
And then
just
they
like
go, sorry, you cannot send that money, or you know. So-
and all I'm trying to do is send money to my family. I'm trying to send money to my father, and it's insane how just getting money
They
from
treat you like a criminal
Yeah,
every
I-
time you try to.
right.
send
You know what I'm
anything.
saying? It's insane. We've had to resort to different kinds of maneuvers just to get money. Like even we've gone to have to create multiple different kinds of emails so that we can get the same type of fee. For instance, Western Union will charge $125 for an amount as small as $2,000. I'm trying to send $2,000 and they want $125.
Right.
I've tried to send $3,000 and they charged me $300 before. It's this is why we need crypto, to get rid of these middlemen that make life difficult for everybody. It shouldn't be that way. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to so
Or
Bitcoin.
like when you try to, like, for instance, when I try to send money in the past, like maybe my grandmother wants to send money to my uncle in Pakistan, so she gives me money, and I don't even send that much money at all. Like when she gives me, it's like $200. Send it to your uncle in Pakistan. So I try to do that through Western Union or something. Every single time that I do that for her, I get asked additional questions.
Yeah.
It always has something to do with terrorism, and they want to know who it is, what my relation is to, and what is the question that blows my mind the most is when they ask, what is the purpose of this money? Why are they so invasive?
Yeah.
They have to know why I'm sending money to a relative.
Hopefully, I'm really looking forward to. Recently, PayPal adopted cryptocurrency. Actually, today there was an announcement that PayPal, which has over 300 million users globally, is adopting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, and they're going to use Venmo as their wallet. So you're going to be able to buy, sell, and send cryptocurrencies,
Kind
which
of like
is
Cash App,
right.
sort of
Right.
like what they do.
It's just kind of like, but Cash App, I think they only do Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But PayPal is starting off with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum, which is great because that's going to bring about this mass adoption that we're looking for. A lot of people still don't know about Bitcoin and all that they can do with it. So we need companies as big as PayPal to get into the space to make it easier for us to move from fiat to cryptocurrency. It's about time. We need to get there. So that's where we are.
That's where we are.
Yeah, the Bitcoin is a really good store of value. Okay. Since 2009, when Satoshi Nakamoto, it's we're not sure if it's a group of people or if it's one person. It's unknown.
If
Satoshi.
it's a person, what if it's a ghost or an alien?
Some people have suspected it's the CIA, some aliens from
Someone
other.
from the future?
Yeah, somebody from the future. There's no telling, but I know that this universe works in harmony. So, right after that 2008 Great Recession, it became very apparent that we needed a different instruments to exchange value. And out of thin air, Bitcoin appeared. And here we are today. It took a while, it took 10 years, but since 2009, Bitcoin has demonstrated strength year over year, and the price has constantly increased. So it's not one of those yes, it's volatile because it's still very new. It's only 10 years old, but it hasn't declined in value. It's always gone up. Like I said, today it crossed $12,000. It's currently at $12,800. We're looking for it to even hit $14,000 probably before the end of the week. So it's a welcome thing. Um, I mean, it was like $8,000 5 months ago. So
Yeah.
if you even bought Bitcoin 5 months ago,
You made some
you
money.
made some money.
I know I made money.
That's what we need. We need hope for people. We need people to be able to live without working and suffering. You know, we've it's been generation after generation after generation just suffering because of a handful of people who run the monetary system in this world who have decided to enslave everybody else. You know, it's my hope that cryptocurrency will give us that future of freedom where you don't have to exchange your time for money, or you don't have to be stuck at a job that you hate and you're just doing it because you have to pay your bills. There's a lot of things that are being, a lot of projects that are being worked on, that are being created in the cryptocurrency space that's promising to make life a whole lot better. There's the decentralized finance. There's opportunities to even make money while playing video games, earn crypto. There are different projects which include like tokenizing different assets. You can tokenize uh, your home, your land, your you can trade things very easily. I see a world where earning value or earning money is gonna become a whole lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and that's an exciting thing. So
Yes. Very exciting. I'm excited.
yeah, yeah. So
Well, that about wraps it up.
I'm looking
We
forward
spent some
to
time.
I'm looking forward to speaking with you guys again. We're gonna as we learn more.
Yes.
Please subscribe to our channel, share, leave a comment if there's something.
Smash. What are we
Smash
smashing?
that like
We're
button.
smashing like buttons, and also smash the bell icon for the YouTube algorithm.
That's right. We're gonna
Just
be.
smash all the buttons.
I hope.
Also, leave a comment and tell us like whether you like what we were talking about. Talk about how much you hate what we said and all of our opinions, and like all the good and bad,
Yep.
everything.
Share with us because we want to build a community of friends.
We want to know what you think,
We want to.
whether you hate us or you love us.
Yes, we want to. We'll be creating more of these videos, and then we're going to talk about. I'm very interested in. We're interested in the current affairs, political life of both countries, Nigeria and the United States, and Rwanda.
And the rest of the world
and,
as well. Also Rwanda, especially.
Right, we're doing
'Cause-
business in Rwanda,
So
so
that's quite important to us.
we're going to be sharing with you our stories as we go, as as that unfolds. You know, there's a lot coming in the future that's going to be exciting. So stay
Stay
tuned.
tuned and make sure you smash all the buttons, but don't wreck your computer.